porn being a very disempowering state. Do you remember the times that you were addicted to porn and how you were feeling on a day-to-day basis? Because masturbation or ejaculation, or should I say masturbation or ejaculation, or even after having sex, the most life force a man has is caught up in his semen. That's just how it is.
Life force.
Life force. That's what you got.
Creates life.
That's exactly it. They call it. Is it the key in the Chinese? Ancient Chinese call it. It's like an energy. It is a source of energy. So the point I'm trying to, or the question I'm trying to ask you is: do you remember how you're feeling on a day-to-day basis? You know, with the constant use of porn happening in your life at the time.
During the time, I wasn't acknowledging it because I didn't have the awareness, man. I mean, the awareness came afterwards, and like porn had been such a constant in my life that it just became a norm.
Yeah.
So porn became a norm, and the consequences of watching porn became a norm.
Okay.
So we're very adaptable creatures. Sometimes that favors us, and sometimes that is detrimental to our growth and progress. So I adapted the wrong way. I adapted to feeling lethargic and fatigued and brain fog, and again, it's a life force.
Were you going to the gym consistently then, or how was that for you?
The gym was probably there, but I mean, not with the same type of energy that I do today. I mean, that's somewhere else we can go as well. But I mean, up until the age of, I was probably 28 when I decided. I was after my daughter was born. I really started to make changes in my life. It was probably 28, 29 when I just said, no, the porn has to stop. Now, again, it wasn't like cold turkey. I never watched it again. I'd say only in the last 3 years, it's been completely porn free.
Brilliant. And
I'm also, this is a slight tangent, but I'm also caught up, and I've had this discussion with a friend. That's why I'm bringing it up today. Is like, is there a space for porn? Is there an allowance for porn? Can you have a healthy relationship with porn? And at the moment, I can't answer that question because I'm on the verge of starting a break free from porn podcast, and my friend was discussing this with me. He was challenging me on it because he felt challenged by it.
And so what was his opinion of it? Do you mind me asking?
Well, that it puts porn in a box, and that you can sometimes open that box and use it in a healthier way.
Do you believe that's true?
I'm not sure.
I don't think it does.
It depends on the context, because this is where I'm also the area where I'm caught up with this is the porn is never the problem. It's the pain beneath the porn that causes the problem.
Yeah.
So if you're using porn again from a place of lack, if you're using porn again from a place of fear, insecurity, that's most likely going to become an addiction and a problem in your life. If you're using porn maybe to whatever, explore, maybe you're using porn with your partner to open up the relationship to different avenues and different ideas, maybe. Again, I can't answer that question right now. I actually need to take some time and reflect, because I was about to post episode number 2 in the podcast, and he brought this onto the table, and he said, well, what about this? And I'm going, oh, yeah, I'm not sure. Now, again, I can speak about my experience.
Yeah.
I know from my experience that my porn use was influenced by the lack, insecurity, the pain that I carried inside, and I use this porn for soothing, for a sense of connection that I lost in my early life. So it's all like so the porn wasn't a problem, but it was filling something up in me that I couldn't find in reality. So I found it in fantasy.
And even from, obviously that's was yourself when you were at your lowest, when you were going through that and you were feeling that sense of lack, and that's why you were using porn.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, I'm guessing you feel much better about yourself.
Yeah.
You're helping other men, which is brilliant work. I absolutely love seeing it. Obviously, you're much healthier now. And just you today, would you use porn now?
I wouldn't use porn now.
And because you feel better about yourself and you feel good? Or what's the reason for you now not to use porn?
When you choose to do one thing, you're choosing not to do something else. So if I choose to watch porn and whatever, I indulge myself in porn and I have a wank and I ejaculate, as you said, that's a life force. That's an energy.
Energy, yeah.
And I've just fucking spewed it over
But that
pixels
is
on the
your
screen.
whole energy as well. That's
Yeah.
all your energy. That like the life force is such a good word for it because that's what it is.
Yeah.
You're just casting that away.
Mm-hmm.
I just think it's you got to internalize it. You got to keep it in.
There's a discipline that's required because
Self-control.
when I was addicted to porn, when I was going through that process, when I was drinking, when I was feeling sorry for myself, there was no fucking discipline. Again, easy decisions, hard life, or harder consequences, and then, excuse the pun. And then, so like now, I don't entertain it because I don't want to waste that energy over there. I want to take that energy and I want to create something with it.
Of course.
Not to say it has to be created. I have to create a baby.
Yeah.
But that can be created. That can be transmuted into your work.
Yeah.
So over the summer, I went no fap, didn't ejaculate. I said, yeah, there's a purpose behind this.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to use it to write my next book.
I love it.
So put it into there.
Life force. That's the energy that
Yeah.
you're getting from it.
Yeah. And it just you don't know it until you do it.
Yeah.
And I go through processes where I know fap for a while, and then I break it, but I break it with intention and a conscious reason and conscious choice in a healthy way. And then I'll dry up again.
Yeah.
and then but it depends also on where I'm at in life. Do I need to take this energy and transfer somewhere else right now?
Yeah.
Or can I put this energy into this relationship, or can I put this energy into the sex with this woman?
Yeah. And if you were to, just on the topic of sex as well, if you were to have sex, would you abstain from ejaculation as well?
Abstain, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
That's a different type of discipline now.
That is a completely different, yeah. Especially, yeah, that's so fucking true, man.
But it also takes you out of your head because it's not always about you. And this is where a lot of men are caught up into in terms of poor me. It's all about me. I want to feel better. I want to be better. It's like, well, maybe if you just help someone else get better, it's going to have a great knock-on effect with you as well. So, I mean, all this process of self-development, all this process of becoming better as a man, it's all about creating more love and strength and resilience and compassion within you.
Yeah. So you can give it to the world.
So you can give it away.
Exactly.
It's not for yours to
and
keep.
How good does it feel to give back in life?
It's fucking amazing.
It's
I mean,
an amazing
that's
feeling.
stepping up as a man.
That's exactly it. Yeah, you're growing into your masculine energy.
And people fucking need that. Because there are so many people in your life, vulnerable, weak, lost.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's part of my work. I'm stepping up there now as a man.
Well, you're a leader.
Who's giving it away. I said, lads, I've gone through this shit. I've accumulated the lessons. I've built the resilience. I've become stronger. Now I need to give it to you because I can see that you're suffering. You're in the depths of fucking hell, and I need to pull you out of it.
And you can see people that lack that, I keep saying vitality. You know, when they've got, like, you know, their discipline, like you mentioned there, you're not ejaculating during sex, you're not masturbating, you're not watching porn, you're transmuting that energy into writing a book, creative pursuits, in the gym, helping other men. It's like it is. I keep going back to it, but it's so important. Your semen is your life force. And they've known this for years. I think the ancient Taoists, what they were called, they believed in this. They knew. And, like, think of it like this. We all know what it feels like to ejaculate. You're like a sleeping baby afterwards. And the whole reason I was fascinated by it, I was like, why does this happen? Why do men just, ejaculate and fall asleep? It's got to do, obviously, your hormones in your body, but one that kicks in more than anything. So if you can imagine like a graph, right, and like dopamine is up here and spiking upwards, and then you've got prolactin, which that's the kind of sleepy hormone. As soon as you ejaculate, dopamine drops off, prolactin shoots up, and that's where you kind of become very lazy, lethargic, like you mentioned earlier on.
Imagine doing that every fucking day.
Imagine doing that every day. You're going to achieve nothing in life. Show me someone that's ejaculating every day that's doing something in life. And I just think, I really admire your honesty around that. And it's great, you know, you've gone through it and now you came with the other side.
Even if you are doing something in your life, you can do much better.
You can. You definitely can.
Because it's also understanding that, like, I was doing all this shit and I was still building a business. I was doing all this shit and I was, you know, becoming a much sought after PT in my area. I was doing all this shit and I was doing pretty well in powerlifting. Yeah, when I was powerlifting, probably abstain a little bit more. But it was still there. Yeah. And I'm reflecting back going, fucking hell, like, I could have achieved so much more.
So much more. What do you think about,
and now I feel it. Now I feel this energy and I'm going, fuck, I am...
Stop masturbating.
I'm fucking heading to the fucking top of the mountain here.
That's it, man.